Hi, this is Jenny from Bending Road. I am so glad you could join me today as we make this journey of life together. No matter where you go in life, two things are for certain. You will eventually come to a bend in the road, and God will always see you through. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, this is Jenny. Welcome to the Bending Road. As we travel this road together, we do run into some interesting bends and curves, and some of them are easy and some of them are hard. We've been talking about sin issues over the last few weeks, and sin issues are always hard, right? I don't know anybody who says, yeah, let's tackle sin in our lives, right? We don't do that. But I've learned a lot of things over the years through the battling my weight, through battling the sin of gluttony, through the Weight Watchers program. And I've learned a lot of spiritual truths. And I'm sharing these with you. I've been sharing them with you for several weeks. So if you haven't seen these, check out the last few episodes, and I'll put some links at the end of this video so that you can see those. We've talked about the sin issue, right? Call it what it is. We've talked about the fact that it requires discipline and it's hard work. We've talked about the fact that it's a group plan. We got to do this together, right? This week, I want to talk about the journey, the Bending Road journey, right? Now, we track, right, in Weight Watchers, we track both our food, what we're eating, and we track our weight. Many of us track our exercise, right? These are journals. These are not like a Dear Diary sort of thing, but a journal of what we're eating, how we're doing, what the outcomes are. Some of us might track our emotions. You know, are we happy today? Are we sad today? Are we feeling depressed today? How are we doing? We're tracking our water intake. We're tracking our fruits and vegetables. Are we getting some good fruits and vegetables? All of these things together paint a picture of how we're doing, of our physical and mental health. Well, the same can be true is if we journal our prayers. I often journal my prayers, and it gives me a picture of how I'm doing. What is my progress? Am I praying for the same thing today that I was praying for, 6 months ago, a year ago? Am I dealing with the same thing? And then asking, why am I doing that? Why am I dealing with these things? Why am I not improving in these areas? And, if you read my journals, which I'm not going to share them with you, you would find that kind of stuff. It's there. We all have it. We're all in this boat together, right? But journaling really helps us to see where we're going. Where are we going? Planning ahead when you're dealing with your diet, planning ahead, meal planning, meal prep is really helpful. Planning ahead also builds flexibility. So let's say you plan your meals, you plan your good healthy meals for the week. One night you get invited out for dinner. It's okay. It's okay because it's one night. It's not every night. You have your meals planned for the week, so you're going to be okay. The truth is, and you've probably heard this saying, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Right? You get what you plan for. If you plan for nothing, you're going to have nothing. Right? So planning is important. So journaling helps you see where you've been and track your progress. It helps you see where you're going. But journaling also helps you know what works and what doesn't. So if I look back in my food journals, I can see that when I eat this way, I gain weight or I don't lose weight. I can see where if I eat too much in the evening rather than earlier in the day, I don't sleep well. What foods affect your sleep? What foods affect your weight? Journaling helps you know what works well and what doesn't work well. Journaling also helps you remember your motivation. It helps you remember your why, right? Why am I doing this? As far as my weight goes, I want to live longer. I want to feel healthier. I don't want medical bills. I want to be able to do things with my grandchildren and my children. I want a feeling of health and wholeness. spiritually, I want that too. I want to feel healthy. I want that relationship with God. I want to be able to do what God calls me to do. I want to stay away from depression, from anxiety. These things are, when we're connecting with God, these things, I won't say that you will never be depressed and you will never have anxiety, but they are easier to deal with when you have that relationship with God. So it helps you remember your motivation. Why do you want to do what you're doing? You need to have a goal, right? You need to keep that goal in front of you, and that next step. Is that next step getting me to my goal? If you don't have a goal, you're going to get there. There's this old saying that to be successful, shoot the arrow first and call whatever you hit the target, right? Some of us live that way. I live that way often, right? Go to Weight Watchers meeting, I've only lost a pound, and you say, well, that's better than I thought I was going to do. We'll take that as a win. Or I've only lost half a pound. Well, we need to set our goals in advance. We need to know where we're going. What are we running for, right? Like Corinthians, run to get the prize, right? Press on toward the goal is what Philippians tells us. Press on toward the goal. It's all about grace. It's all about grace, and only by grace can we do what we need to do. And God's grace is there for us all the time. But we need to appropriate that grace. God will help us set our goals. God will help us reach our goals. God will help us with the reason behind why we're doing it, the motivation. But if we ignore God in this, it doesn't work. Along this journey, we need to take small steps. Small steps are easier than big steps. I often found that I could say, I want to lose like 1.5 pounds because that'll hit that next 5-pound marker. Or I just want, I need a half a pound because that'll put me at, just less than this weight. Whatever it was, little tiny goals, so much easier than big ones. If I had said the day I joined Weight Watchers that, I gotta lose 80 pounds, I would have given up because it took a long time. But little goals, and little changes add up to big results. In eating, tracking our food, just adding that so we know what we're eating makes a big difference. Weighing and measuring our food so we know we get proper serving sizes. If that's all you change, that's a big deal. Getting your water in, that's a big deal, right? Little changes add up to big results. So focus on those little changes. And make it fun, right? And make it creative. Find new recipes, that sort of thing. That's all weight loss stuff. How does that translate to our sin issues? Little steps. Little steps are so much easier. Don't go into a non-smoking program and say, I've got to be smoke-free forever. No, I need to be smoke-free right now for this moment. The next decision you make will be the most important. One moment. Little changes. Throw away the cigarettes, right? Throw away your lighters, whatever you have to do, right? Stop buying them. In my day, you used to bum a cigarette, but I don't know that anybody shares anymore. They're really expensive. Make it fun. Make a chart. Put a chart on your refrigerator. Be creative about it. You cannot assess your growth day to day, but you're better able to recognize that growth like month by month, year by year, right? If you're trying to get on that scale every day, it's harder because it's little, it's slow, right? We get into this mess slowly and a little bit at a time. We get out of the mess slowly and at a little bit at a time. So track your progress over a greater period of time, weekly or monthly. Daily is tough. And it's not, don't look at it as something to complete. Look at it as something that you live a lifetime battling this sin, but gaining victory over this sin. Not just the battle, gaining victory over this sin. I will live a lifetime gaining victory over this sin. Again, one choice. The next choice is the most important. I won't do that thing. I'll choose something better. I'll get up and take a walk. I'll turn off the computer. I'll stop looking at that. I'll stop doing that. One little choice. I hope I've encouraged you today. I want to be an encouragement to you as you journey this road of life. And I want to be encouraging to you as you battle sin. Because so much in our world just beats us up for being bad, and we beat ourselves up for being bad, right? Don't do that. Encourage yourself. Gain that victory. And I will see you next week on The Bending Road.
If you're watching on YouTube, and if you have been encouraged by this message, I would love it if you would hit that thumbs up button. You can also click the subscribe button so that you will know when I upload my next video. In this way, we work together to encourage each other as we travel life together and navigate the bends in our road. If you have not done so already, connect with me on my website or on Facebook and let me know how I can pray for you as you navigate the bend in your road. I hope you have been encouraged today, and I pray that when you see the bend in your road, you will not be afraid, but will take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone. See you next time.